Anyway, it was really nice. Also, Lake Minnetonka, cool, warm there, warmer than usual. Still cooler here. We're all in
Out of anybody he knows. So I may not be a good public speaker, but I'm loud, okay? And I just want to welcome you all, say good morning, and welcome to the Trestle Trail. Minus the stripes, that's yet supposed to go on the stripes. That didn't get done yet. But the weather's been hampering, but it's been good. And I just want to say that, first of all, I think that the lesson, this Trestle Trail is a lesson from God, what even a small group of people can do when they work together as a team. And I've had a great team of people to work with, and I've always really been thankful because the people I've been around are always so tremendous. And I want to point, some of them aren't here because they had business and other things, but I want to go over the Gateway East board is George Farrell, Vice President, and then Harlan Garish is out of town, Mark Wilhelm's out of town, and then Brad Weisenstein, he's on the board. And I also have a list of regular attenders. They aren't on the board, but they are, they have a huge voice. Okay, and I want to say Mark Scare, Tim Wilhelm, Matt Wilhelm, Greg Peterson, a latecomer, and Don Crumpton. And these guys are guys that make it happen. They're great to work with, and it's just a privilege to be with them. And I want to thank, we have an annual ride where we raise funds called the Tour de Stooges, or the Jersey. But there's so many people that help on the trail, that help on this fundraiser, that there's no way I could name them all. But I'm just really thankful for everybody who contributes. I run my wife around all the time doing stuff, and I'm sure the rest of you guys do that too. And I'm just really thankful. And another thing I'm thankful for is the Lebanon Township. And these guys have stood behind the trail before these guys were on the board. But they've been through a lot, and they've been unwavering, and they've stood behind the trail, and they've supported it and to its completion. And I want to point out some of them is Rick Schmidt here, Rick Schmidt, Paul Wilhelm, my brother, but he never voted for the trail one time. He always abstained. And oh gosh, Ardell Hanson.
Yes.
I have a poor memory. And Ellen Reinacher, who's not here. And one time Ellen Reinacher told me her dad was a previous township supervisor, or township road commissioner, and he told Ellen, support the trail, because it's these things like these that keep the young people in town, that keep the town moving forward. Otherwise, they grow up, there's nothing here for them, they have not good memories, and they move away to a town that thinks that'll meet their needs better in the future. So I really appreciated that. And I want to thank Kermit Edison here, great guy, and he made a lot of things possible. And that's it. Oh, Marcia Shirley. Yeah, I will. No, that's it for the township. And then I also want to thank Diana Trinnell, who's not here. She's the only one, and Wendy Wilhelm, my sister, takes the minutes, but she's the only one that's been here from the very, very beginning. All these guys that are trustees now were voted in after it all started, but it started with people like Rich Tramey and Dennis Schulte and those guys. Yeah. Okay. And I also want to thank Rich Wilkin, always a constant encouragement. He always encouraged us to keep going forward, the mayor, and I just really appreciate that. And Paul Evans is out here. He made a lot of things possible. He did a lot of the legal work and made researching the right-of-way and other stuff possible. Okay, and I want to thank, I see Carrie in the back, Chris Brothers, fantastic to work for. Mark and Aaron, I want to point them out that they're not here, but they were just great to work for. Mark is kind of probably one of my personal heroes. When I grow up, I'd like to be like Mark. And from the Metro East Parks and Recreation, Brian Warner and the rest of the board and them, they've been great. All these years, they've been advising us, just helping us along, telling us how to make it a reality. When we got discouraged, they encouraged us, and we had to move forward that way. And so, and thank you to all you people. You may not understand how encouraging it is to have someone, when you're going through a rough time with the trail or whatever, to have someone come up and give you an encouraging word. Don't ever underestimate that, because it's really powerful. And I just want to thank you all for being here. And I want to point out that the trail is only a quarter-mile long, but this road there's the sewer plant going in right here. Once that sewer plant, they promised to keep the road rideable for us to ride bikes. But once the sewer plant's done, this road's going to get refinished from here to McAllister over there. And over on the other side, the road is definitely rideable. Kermit and his guys did a lot of work to it, and they've made it rideable, where before it wasn't quite rideable.
Right.
And then next year, they're going to refinish it and resurface it. And so this is all kind of, the whole package is a work in progress. And I want to say before today, exiting Lebanon to the west, to the south, and to the east was a very dangerous prospect. And the Highway 4 and Highway 50, they're heavy traffic, little bitty shoulders, very dangerous. But now we have a different way out. And 10 years ago, there was a group of people that met in the visitor center down below, and we decided this has to change. And we went, in the whole process, we incorporated, we non-for-profit, and we worked and moved forward. And we named ourselves initially Ridgebury Trailhead Initiative, and then later on, to reflect who we were better, we changed it to Gateway East Trails. And I want to read our mission statement. Our mission is to connect Gateway East communities with trails and routes while promoting safe and healthy recreation and travel. And so that's what we're about. We've had some successes. We've had a lot of failures. And it feels like a lot of failures. I remember one time about a year and a half ago, I went to a meeting with these guys. We meet on Thursday nights, and I said, hey, you guys, what if we just call it quits? This will be our last meeting. This will be the end, And what do you guys think? And they all looked at me in disbelief. And they said, what are you talking about? We are going to continue on. And I looked at them, and I said, you know what? If you guys feel that way, let's continue on. So here it is. All that's in the rearview mirror, and here we are now. And all I want to say is, where do we go from here? Gateway East Trails we have an idea, a vision to connect to Madison County trails to the west, to the Metro League bike trail to the south, and tie it all together with this trail so it's all one big trail system. And so it's all about working as a team.
Thank you, Robert. Keep up the good work. On to the next one.
Hey, it's all about the team. I'm telling you what. Like I said, we would not be here if it was for me. But it's all about the team. If anybody knows anybody who'd like to be part of the team, we'll welcome you. But that's where we are, and we want to connect all this together and just make safer routes, just enjoyable, healthy lifestyles for people so that they can enjoy life better and whatever. Okay, I'll turn over to Brad.
Well, first of all, I want to encourage everybody not to vote for Paul Evans for judge, because if you do, we get the B team player to do illegal work for our next trail. So anyway, Paul, nothing personal, but we hate to lose you.
Got it.
All of this, you know, was because of this guy, you know, in part at least. You know, Roger was a college buddy that was kind of a crazy man. You know, he used to love the Who, and he would pretend to do air guitar all the time with them. Besides the Who, he loved bicycling, and he loved eating, and he brought all those things together in the Tour de Stooges and the Tour de Donut. He was co-founder of both of those kind of wacky bicycle rides. This one, though, was always special to him. You know, he pretty much single-handedly kept it going for a lot of the years. This coming May will be our 22nd Tour de Stooges. At least 10 or 12 of those, you know, Roger pretty much put together himself, including when he lived in North Carolina and had come back here to, you know, take his week of vacation, pull it all together, and make it happen. So anyway, the other part of that, he loved good food, he loved friends, and he loved bicycling, which, you know, this was a ride that pulled it all together. And he also always wanted that ride to do something for the biking community, draw more people into bicycling. For years, the money went to the American Youth Hostels. They went away. For a little while, it went to the Belleville Area Bicycling and Eating Society, you know, and then fortunately it came to us. And, you know, the bulk of the money for this trail came from the Tour de Stooges and came from that gift that Roger gave us. So because of that, we would like to dedicate the trail to the memory of Roger Kramer. He passed away in 2012, much too young, and I miss him just about every day. So anyway, thank you, Raj, and thank you all for making this happen.
There will be a plaque placed at the trailhead on Roger's memory.
Yeah, I forgot that.
Yeah. I'm remembering the things you guys are kind of forgetting.
It's ordered, but you know.
I can't get up there. My back won't let me. When I would come down, I'd be down permanently. We are going to be doing the ribbon cutting momentarily, but a few housekeeping things. I'm a housekeeping person. Before we get started, number one is we do have cookies and we have water and sodas in the ice chest over here. Help yourselves if you're not riding. You want to stick around for a few minutes. Grab a Coke or water and take a walk down the trail and back. We want the trail to be used. I know it's being used because as I go to various meetings, I've had people come to me and say, I've been down there. That looks pretty good. Well, it does look pretty good. And we make sure we've taken the right photos so we're using the best parts of it. For those of you who are riding your bikes and going on to New Baden to the donut shop, if I did not give you a red ticket, please see me before you start riding, because the ticket is your ticket to a donut and a beverage at the other end. And that way you don't have to, it's entirely on us. We're doing that. And and of course, by the way, for everybody, we will always accept the donations for the trolley trail. We have a 1 mile trail outlined and planned heading west. We've got a few dollars to raise, like about $3 million. But we're on the way. We're actually on the way. We've gotten some strong support, and we're about ready to move. I found that the federal government put trails back into transportation funding, so we've got some possibilities coming up that we'll be able to do something with that. Having this trail as a success helps the next project. It helps the next project. One last thing. Now, we're going to do the ribbon cutting, and that's going to be Robert. Who else?
Kermit.
Kermit.
Oh, okay.
Robert Kermit. We got about 3 pairs of scissors.
All right.
And we're about ready to go. So, do you want to take a photo of this?
Absolutely, that's the only reason I'm here.
Well,
I came from
Donuts is why you're here.
yeah, for donuts too.
Well, I best place for us to take a photo is with all of you behind us.
Ooh, let's do that.
So if you go on the trail, Sue, and you take the photo this direction, with everybody here, the 3 of us, you just, on a count of 3, cut the ribbon, and then you can start walking down there.
That sounds good. Or bring the crowd here so we can see the trail.
Bring the crowd there so you
Come on up, guys.
All right, go ahead.
How many board members? Might have to stop in 98, 99.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, I'll be your nail there for you.
Great. I'm really happy for you guys. 'Cause I know, like I said, you guys have been working on something. How you doing?
Yeah. I remember a while ago before you a long time ago you called me. What's the scoop on this? Because there's a brand new year. That wasn't near the beginning of it.
Don't pass you up.
Oh, JDB. You know, it's
My
interesting.
classmate, he's going to do the Iron Man. Oh, wow.
Good for you. For whatever reasons, it's kind of mystery to everybody. Maybe you were running for office or something. I hear for a while he was working on some narcotics.
Well, I got 2 more photos.
And then now he's off the payroll and everything. Yeah. A couple times it didn't look that way, but it did sure. It was a growing process. How's everything on the you know, aside from the money, we're starting, and one of the big things is, you know, the landowners is going to be a big issue. Our initial okay from them.
It's a kind of a bend the road here.
Go past your dad.
Gonna ride and get her. All the way to the donut? We're not going all the way to the donut. Hey, Steve. You got my phone? Trestle right there, I'm going. Direction of your house, like generally you guys rotate so you go back to your house. Kind of like that.
We're on. We're going to bathe in it. Up the house. Walking with you.
Hey, Mike. Are you going to go with us?
I'm going to Dayton, yeah.